did a story this week.
I know a little bit about Joe Shortsleeve. He was the weather guy and decided he needed to do more with his career. But
Really?
They're still keeping the wacky weatherman name.
He's dating Anthony, I heard.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make my way around all the hunks
All
on
the
the
departments on the news.
You got me.
Working my way through.
Yep. A couple of years ago, WBZ Joe Shortsleeve did an investigation on it, and today the Globe is reporting that there's actually the legislature is trying to make this drug illegal. So on the streets, it's called Magic Mint or Sally D. But when you hear on the street, it makes it sound illegal.
Sunny
This
D.
drug that looks a lot like pot
D.
is
Magic Mint. Sally D.
Bunch of kids put their face in the refrigerator looking for a plant.
Sure.
I've also just received word that
Jimmy just booed himself.
Boo.
It bombed the first time when I said it, so I figured I'd
Sally D.
backdoor it. Same joke twice.
apparently Pat Duffy might be an expert on the
show is
salvia.
ruthless.
Oh, really?
Pat Duffy might have done this. Hold on, Pat. We'll get to you in a sec.
on the street. It makes it sound illegal. But this drug that looks a lot like pot is not illegal in places like Massachusetts. You can buy it in some smoke shops. And that could change, according to today's Globe. There's an effort now to ban Salvia divinorum, the drug that some say could lead to suicide. Now, most kids smoke it out of a bong or roll it into a joint. It produces an almost immediate hallucinogenic high. If you go on YouTube, you'll find dozens of videos posted by users.
That's what these fuckers do.
Here's how you do it.
YouTube.
They're not helping anyone. They're making more people, know
You've
about
never
this.
head of this till now.
Right.
Better,
Let me tell you how you can get high.
better is the next clip. I won't spoil the surprise for anybody, but one of the anchors tries to, blame the internet for the spread of its knowledge. Let's just put it that way. And it made me, in the morning, I was just like, what is this? Are we retards? Like,
What's the anchor's name? Bill Short? Right.
Just tube socks.
Yeah.
Hopefully fucking like Frank Kolosny. He had a surgery recently.
Hank Tank Top. Who's going to give us the news?
It's Ted Catherine.
Johnny Bicycle Shorts.
Immediate hallucinogenic high. If you go on YouTube, you'll find dozens of videos posted by users. Oftentimes they start out laughing, then they start crying.
They just did a commercial for this.
Yeah.
This is great marketing for the drug.
You're right.
Here is the mother of a kid that we profiled. Joe Shortsleeve did an interview.
Joe Shortsleeve.
Joe Shortsleeve stinks.
He's wearing long sleeves.
Joe Schwartz. He should get fucking Lou Gehrig's disease. Change your real name, stupid.
He has a hat and a little pad of paper, one of those cameras with a bulb.
He's got. You think to keep his name going wherever he goes, he has to have short sleeves.
Short
so they're like,
sleeves.
hey, you got to be Joe Short Sleeve because it's the middle of winter.
It's Joe Shortsleeve. Hey, you wearing short sleeves today?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Too
Stephen
cold for Joe. Short sleeves, huh? Fellas, come on now.
Yeah.
I fucking hate him.
Steve in Albany writes, Joe Short Sleeve and his co-anchor Tim Wifebeater. So that's a good anchor team they got in Boston.
Hope
Did an
Joe
interview-
Shortsleeve gets cancer of the tongue. They have to take it out like fucking Eddie Van Halen. And you can just lisp your way through a tour that nobody gives a shit about. I got it, Jim.
He really did just go on and
We
on.
profiled Joe Shortsleeve, did an interview about a young man who committed suicide after repeatedly using salvia, 17-year-old honor student Brett Chidester. Now, Brett's mom says there's no doubt the
worst
drug
names
altered
ever.
his mind and personality and eventually led to his death. So the Globe says the legislature is working on that bill right now. It's a drug of concern, the DEA says, but in many places, it's like Massachusetts, it's still legal.
Yeah, they say it's as potent as LSD, but the key words are kids think if it's legal, then that must mean it's safe.
Right, and all these kids post these videos on YouTube, so I went on there thinking that, okay, they're going to glorify it, right? But it's pretty scary. Some of them start laughing, and then
Why is this guy
you see
whispering?
them lose their minds.
He's got a microphone.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. They
Scary.
start laughing.
I'm doing it now.
Doing my scary voice.
What's scary about laughing, you idiot?
Hey,
Joe
what
Shortsleeve.
what? What is this shit though?
Sally D.
Yeah, but like, what is it?
It's
It's
a
a
plant.
Could
It's
somebody
just a
just get
plant.
Anthony
Okay.
some of it?
No, I was wondering if you like had to buy it in a fucking drugstore, like cough
you're-
medicine or something.
Now, are people taking this because they can't get pot, or they just want a new high?
This is stuff that you could find in like the back of like High Times magazine, you know.
people-
But why are they doing it though?
Like
Just
after
get
getting
rid
your
of-
Himby bark.
It's easier than getting pot. It's legal, and
Pot is
you're-
getting easy. I
and
can
you're-
get pot right now.
and you're always looking for a new high.
Yeah, but this
it's a new
especially
high.
as a
yeah, but this
teenager.
isn't like this isn't just getting stoned. Like this is like taking
LSD.
like 8 tabs of acid and then washing it down with some shrooms
right,
for
right,
10
right.
minutes. Doesn't last as long as that stuff. So this
Right.
you could just get in and get out. But in those 10 minutes that you're ridiculously high.
So acid's better. It's a
So it's-
9-hour high acid. You know what I mean?
Opie, this is legal, though.
You see the devil.
Why don't
know?
you get some and then have one of these guys do it and see what
Well,
happens?
he probably has some on him now. Listen, and I want to acknowledge that unlike the news organizations, we are trying to turn people onto this fine new, this fine new high.
Yes.
You could.
That's exactly what my friend said after he told me the story about how he broke a laptop and went to jump out a window. He goes, "You think the guys want me to do this on the air?" I'm like, "No, probably
No.
Well, Pat Duffy knows, but let's get to the end of the Joe Shortsleeve clip here.
Horrified, right? But it's pretty scary. Some of them start laughing, and then you see them lose their minds almost in the course of a minute or.
And then they go to sleep. They take a nap.
Yeah.
And they get real hungry and watch cartoons.
And then they start munching out. They get a bag of Doritos.
Then they jerk each other off and come in each other's mouth. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Bob.
course of a minute or so, and their friends start out laughing too, and then they get very concerned about it. But this woman of this young man, Brett, who died, she has firsthand experience.
This fucking guy just described a good time.
Right?
Right?
Total asshole.
Until the friend died.
Until a friend died.
Yeah.
I think with all this
Were they
stuff, it's
really
like
friends?
it's all about you try this stuff when you're a kid, and then someone you know dies, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. You don't have to see it on the news.
Hopefully it's not you, and you move on.
And let's be honest, a lot of the kids that die in high school, you weren't going to like hang out with them after high school anyway.
Yeah, but
so
plus
give
the
them
kids,
shit.
the kids that die too, they're weak. There's something in their body that couldn't handle it. You know, everybody else does it. We're fine.
Sure.
That person.
Some people
probably-
die just walking.
Danny ran to go pull some good salvia audio, so.
This woman of this young man, Brett, who died, she has firsthand experience with that. He kept a journal where he wrote as he was taking the drug.
Oh,
It was
cool.
clearly that his mind was not in the right place.
What's also scary is that
Mom's
even
a
if you ban
cunt.
this one, there will be something else that
Dear
is legal.
diary. I want to fuck mom in the ass.
Jesus.
His last one. His last one. Dear diary, my wings hurt. I'm gonna go fly.
My wings
I'm fucking sweating right now.
By the way, the news guy there just described Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yeah, that's funny.
Trying to make sense of that fucking album.
Did Vicky
Scariest
fuck
thing.
Salvia?
Huh?
Oh no, I was thinking.
I enjoy the bridge in the middle.
All right, here we go.
Mind was not in the right
What's
place.
also scary is that even if you ban this one, there will be something else that is legal that will
Oh,
pop
that's
up.
a
I know
really good
Kathy Curran
point.
did a story on this seed that they sell at nurseries that kids are using to get high. There's always something out there, and that's the scary thing. Even when
Well, why don't you tell us about the seed? Because I don't know about the seed, and now I'm going to do a little Googling after the show.
Help us out.
Yeah, this is what
Just
they're
a
doing.
side note here: Richard Simmons looks like Sam's dad. Just a little side note. If you see,
I know it's hack, but he really has cotton candy hair at this
yeah,
point.
they look exactly.
It is
Where is
cotton
Richard
candy
Simmons? Where do you
hair.
see him?
He was
Yeah.
just on
Over
TV.
here.
He
like that.
wasn't?
Do
Yeah,
we?
he was.
Yes, he was. We
Oh.
watched
I
TV,
think I'm
Bobby.
fucking-
Richard Simmons is testifying in front of Congress today about childhood obesity.
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
He likes
Oh, I
some.
see.
He likes some skinny.
Sorry, Robert.
You know what? They eat a little too
Oh, look at that. There's
Oh,
little Bobby.
No, I like.
this
No,
Patrice.
I like that.
Patrice.
Patrice as a
Bob
child.
Kelly.
They're doing
Bob
the
Kelly.
they're doing the fat kid
It's Jimmy.
montage, by the way.
There he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's
my
Sam?
God.
Sustainable
Wrong one.
Wrong.
Wrong TV.
His hair looks like Carrot Top's pubes.
Is he gonna start weeping openly there?
He's a little too overweight for that tank top he's sporting.
Yeah.
He has nice
really
lips,
is.
though. Look at his lips.
Oh, how many cocks have just fucking been buried between those, right?
Yeah.
You can only jerk off thinking.
Oh, how great it would be to throw a toaster in that fucking pool. Watch out, fat kids wiped out.
Fat white people.
Must have PE every day in every school,
P?
and that's what I will fight for in Capitol Hill.
All right.
And this Capitol Hill isn't the only thing. I will continue doing this until I see this in the school system.
But when you go to Capitol Hill, now the burning question in my mind, I've got to ask it.
Burning.
Are you going to be wearing the infamous shorts?
No.
Not only am I,
No,
those
I'm
little
not.
boys
I'm in
are
a
too.
suit. I want to look like a congressman, and I want to talk like a congressman. And I want them to respect what I have to say.
It's important.
Because because no one has worked any harder in this education than me. I've given my life up for this. I'm 60 years old now, and I will not stop until I see kids more active, till I see their scores go up, till I see them learn more, until their self-esteem and self-respect rises.
Richard, I love the message.
So he can
I'm
take
sold.
all
I'm
that
with
from
you, and
them
I can't
in
wait
one
to see
thrust.
you in a suit. Because
I'll wear a suit on Capitol Hill. Contessa, thank you very much for your time.
You're a
and thank
darling.
you, MSNBC.
Who's taking
You're a
this
darling.
seriously?
Thank you, Richard. Good luck.
Thank you.
He had that weird patch of hair on his chest too.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the end of this clip.
There's always something out there, and that's the scary thing. Even when you ban one thing, they'll always get their hands on something else.
And the knowledge of it can spread online much faster than
Joe
before.
Shortsleeve went into a store on Huntington Avenue, bought an
Enough
$10
about
bag.
George
Boom, just like that.
Shortsleeve.
And walk out. So it's readily available.
Good to know.
Okay.
Good to know.
And then they're blaming the internet for the spread of knowledge. Meanwhile, I wouldn't have known about that seed you could buy in a garden shop if it wasn't for these idiots talking about it on the news. Like they're not part of the media for some reason.
Deja vu.
That's a little dangerous.
All right.
Did Pat Duffy do this stuff?
Yeah.
Where's the duff?
Actually, I have him pulling some audio of a bad salvia trip.
Get that drug addict in here.
All right, listen. We're gonna go back to Last Comic Standing. Bobby Lee playing Carolines this weekend. 212-757-4100. We played. What's her name?
Esther Koo.
Esther Koo. If you're just tuning in, Last Comic Standing, they had Esther Koo doing all sorts of stereotypical Asian humor.
You have the Belzer thing?
Which we love.
Oh, good.
Getting huge laughs. And then there was a white guy trying to do some Asian humor.
Who went first, right? He went like 2 people before her.
Yes. Yes. So after Richard Belzer gave this guy a talking to, then the Korean girl does, stereotypical humor as well, and she got nothing but praise for what she was doing up there.
Oh, let's watch.
From us also.
We got a little
audio.
We got a little taste of his act.
Mike's exactly right. We actually enjoyed her
we were
thoroughly.
loving it. Bobby ended up inadvertently being her biggest advocate.
Yeah.
He's like, this Esther Koo. We're
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God.
she's fantastic.
They're cracking up like it was fucking delirious.
We were just imagining a white girl saying it.
What's this comedian's name? Heath
I got to see how it's.
Heath Hitch or something like
Heath
that?
Heich?
Hike. I think it's Hike.
Heich or something. I don't know.
right.
Heich.
Is it? That's not Heath Heich, is
But
it?
Yeah.
he's famous.
Heath is very funny.
But isn't he huge
He's
in
huge.
Canada?
Yeah, no, he's huge in the South.
In Canada,
He
too,
does like
right?
5,000 seats
South
theaters.
Canada?
He's like a blue collar act.
Yeah, he's
Really?
a blue collar comedy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, he tried some Asian humor on Last
I
Comic
gotta
Standing.
see. He's such a
few-
nice guy,
No, we don't
too.
have it up there. We just have
Oh.
audio on this one.
What?
1941. Red leader tower, we clear for takeoff. Go ahead, red leader, you are clear.
Is this Police Academy?
No, he's a prop comic.
A prop propeller.
Yeah. You mean literally a prop comic?
So
he
he's-
makes sounds of propellers.
No, he's literally
That's all he
saying, okay,
does.
I know this bit. He sits down, right? He has the whole thing, and then he plays a kamikaze guy,
Yes,
right?
that's what's
Puts on
going
the
on.
little eyes.
Puts
But
the
that's-
Asian eyes on.
But it's the
whole
Asian eyes
outfit.
that messes
Oh, wow.
everyone up. It's
Right.
like Asians
Right,
look at that and go,
right.
our eyes aren't even that squinty, dude. He literally puts like little lines.
But he is
on his eyelids, and then just
No, he has
shuts his
glasses.
big round American eyes.
What are you saying,
He's
man?
got
Like,
some weird
what does he do?
glasses
How
on.
does he? Oh,
He's got
he
two
puts
sets.
Glasses on,
to
dude.
make himself look
I don't know
Asian.
how he does it.
I don't know why I'm yelling at you, Robert.
Yeah,
I
you really are.
apologize.
Settle
you should
down.
be.
Attacking you. All right.
Settle down.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Then
setup.
get a,
There's
just supposed
there's
to say.
sincere racial tension in the room.
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah.
setup is, he's a prop comic, and he also, does a lot of voices, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So that should, I guess we should have told the,
Oh, he
the
sounds,
folks out there.
He sounds like a terrific actor.
Shut up, I have to breathe. Tower, we're airborne. It's on a stick. Tower, I'm looking around. I see no enemy aircraft. Stand by, Tower. Something dead ahead. I'm going to check him out. Could be hostile aircraft. Stand by. He's coming right at me. I've been hit. I can't see him. I can't shake him. Do you have the visual?
That's it. That's it right there.
What is he saying?
He's not saying anything. He's just being silly.
Me so drunk. I can't shake him. He's right on my tail. I'm going to try the dive maneuver to lose him. Where he go?
Pretty accurate.
He a good pirate.